What's good, everybody? It's your man Big Dumb coming live naturally, the True Players Podcast, episode number 34. Coming at you from Miami, Florida. I'm here on vacation, enjoying my vacation. But reason why for this podcast was as you guys know, any Jet fans know, the Mike McCagnon has been relieved of his duties as general manager. I don't know why and how that happened. It's because I don't know why it happened, to be honest with you guys. I guess from what the report saw that he was, him and Adam Gase had some issues working with each other, and he couldn't come up with a conclusion on certain players and how much players are supposed to be paid and things like that. But my thing is that who the hell is Adam Gase to dictate to a general manager who hired him how much he should be paying players and which players is good enough for him to be on the team? Adam Gase, you just got here, buddy. Stop being a bully. You just got here, and not only that, the Jet owners placed him as interim GM. This guy has won nothing for him to be interim GM. Won absolutely nothing. Why would you give him that position? If you were going to fire McCagnon, you should have fired him before he did the draft. Fired him before he spent all that money on free agency. Adam Gase has already called now saying that, I wouldn't pay Le'Veon Bell that money. I wouldn't pay C.J. Mosley that money. And this is your first year on the team. These guys are paid to play for you, and that's what you say about the players that were paid money. The most important thing when it comes to sports is you don't talk about players' money. Whether you're a coach or another player, you don't talk about their money, first of all. How do you expect those guys to give maximum effort if you're talking about their money and say, they don't deserve this, they don't deserve that? And like I said before, Adam Gase has not earned the credibility as a coach or a personnel man to even make those decisions. Why? Because he was recommended by Peyton Manning. Since when is Peyton Manning now the person who tells people to hire who they want to hire? Makes like the Peyton Manning is like the freaking Lannisters of freaking NFL. That's unacceptable. This is what I said. If you guys heard my previous podcast, this is the reason why the owner is solely responsible for the situation. You fire a general manager who's finally had some decent drafts the past few years for a coach who only went to the playoffs one time and had a near mutiny on his team last year. His top players, Landry, Jay Ajayi, all left the team because they couldn't stand playing for this guy. And this guy is already calling out your newly signed players that you need to win and get to a championship. Call them out about, he shouldn't be paid that much money. And now he's the interim GM? If he's going to talk that talk, he might as well he better win that Super Bowl next year. Not just get there, win that Super Bowl. Because, he probably, what it was is that he probably saw, they probably saw McCagnon was a little bit of a softie. He tried to overrun him and things like that. And he looks like a cocky guy, a bully, and things like that. But if you're going to be a bully, you better win. You better win. And here I'm thinking that the Jets stole the NFL offseason as far as New York sports was, and then boom, they stole it all right, but they stole it in a different way by firing the general manager for what? The guy's turned. He got you Sam Darnold. He made some good drafts, and now you fire him because the new coach that you hired, they don't get along. If that was me, if I was the owner, I would fire the coach before I fire the general manager. And if I was the owner of the team, this is how I would definitely run my organization. I'm not going to be in Great Britain being an ambassador for the president of the United States, or be the godfather of Meghan Markle's new baby, first of all. Second of all, as an owner, you hire a general manager to hire their coach to coach the team. It's not two lines to the owner. The coach cannot have a direct line to the owner, and a GM can't have a direct line to the owner without. It should be a hierarchy as far as coach to GM, GM to owner. And this is where the Johnsons fail as Jet owners in dictating that set of hierarchy as far as coach, GM, owner relationship. They had a great draft. They outdone the Giants, who I'm gonna get to that a little later. They outdone the Giants, and then to have the situation happen where you fire a GM who's been with the team for about 3 or 4 years, or actually 4+ years, who finally got you a franchise quarterback, built the team to the point it could compete. All they needed was a coach with an offensive-minded head coach, and the offensive-minded head coach who has won nothing in the NFL, who's nothing but a glorified offensive coordinator, is dictating who his players should be on his team, dictating how much they should get paid. That's not your job. Your job is coach with the players that you have available to you. It's unacceptable. And for the ownership to allow that to happen is weak ownership. If it was Parcells, yeah. If it was Belichick, yeah. To the whole point, even if it was Joe Gibbs, or to a certain lesser extent Bill Cowher, something like that, okay, I understand the point. But for Adam Gase? And this is the reason why they did not hire Mike McCarthy, because Mike McCarthy wanted personnel control. And guess what? Guess what Mike McCarthy has over Adam Gase? He's a Super Bowl winning coach, and he wasn't granted that power. But the ownership wants to give it to Adam Gase because Peyton Manning says so. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. These two NFL teams, the Jets and the Giants, are both like smitten by freaking the Manning family. I swear to God. The Peyton Manning, I'm telling you, like I said earlier, the Peyton Manning fans turn out to be like the Lannisters. And I'm gonna go about the Giants. I'm gonna talk about the Giants and their poor draft. I meant to give you guys a draft recap right after the draft, but I was so, even though I'm not a Giants fan, I respect the Giants. But the fact that they chose Daniel Jones with this sixth pick. This guy, Daniel Jones, was the fourth rated quarterback in the entire draft. Drew Lock was rated ahead of him. Dwayne Haskins, who I thought they should have drafted, and Kyler Murray. And now they didn't draft him, and Dwayne Haskins was all set to play at home, playing in Jersey, and things like that. And he's not going to get a chance to. But guess what? He's going to stick it to the Giants twice here as a Washington Redskin quarterback. It's unacceptable. If you're not gonna choose Dwayne Haskins, you should have chose Josh Allen as a linebacker, which you need, a linebacker that you need on that defense to rebuild that defense. When was the last time the Giants had a decent linebacker, a standout linebacker? Kavika Mitchell? That was years ago. If I was the Giants, if I didn't want Dwayne Haskins, I would have went with Josh Allen with the 6th pick, and then get Daniel Jones with the 17th pick. And do it that way, if that's who you wanted. And it seemed like Gettleman wanted him, so it wouldn't have mattered. He made some cockamamie story about how he was afraid other teams was going to snatch Daniel Jones, which is complete bullshit. I tell you guys right now, these are the quarterbacks the teams was look at the draft. Kyler Murray, which we all know went to the Cardinals, and Dwayne Haskins and Drew Lock, which actually fell to later in the first round or into the second round, who was a higher rated quarterback on the board than Daniel Jones. No one wanted Daniel Jones. They wanted to trade for Rosen. Teams like Miami and Redskins, and there was two other teams that needed a quarterback. Either going to trade for Rosen or draft Haskins, And Miami traded for Rosen. The Redskins got Haskins. Now the Giants going to be facing that kid who was pissed off that he wasn't drafted with the 6th pick. He was pissed off that he wasn't drafted by the Giants. And now the Giants going to see him twice a year. Smart, Gettleman, smart. I'm starting to think this guy's senile, to be honest with you. So we'll see what happens with this pick. Dwayne Haskins is going to eat him alive. Going to eat him alive. I'll tell you that right now. I saw the look on his face. And another reason why they chose Daniel Jones was because, again, part of the Manning that front camp they have for young quarterbacks, the Mannings like him. Like I said, who the hell are the freaking Mannings? They were nothing special until Peyton came in and won a Super Bowl with the Indianapolis Colts. His pops was a good quarterback who played on shitty Saint teams. And then Eli came and won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants. One because of a lucky catch with a helmet, and the other time, in the second Super Bowl that they won was because of Eli Manning's clutch performance in the fourth quarter. That's the only reason why they won those 2 Super Bowls. So since when these guys became the all guards of freaking NFL? Are you serious right now? So I know a lot of Giants fans was not happy with that pick, and I totally agree with them. So at this point, we'll talk briefly about the Knicks quickly. We all waited for them to tank for the seat, tank for the Zion Williamson sweepstakes. Unfortunately, much to our disappointment, the Knicks did not get the first pick. They got the third pick, which puts them in line to get R.J. Barrett. There's also been rumors that I've seen on Bleacher Report and things like that, in which Zion may consider going back to Duke instead of going to New Orleans. Which, do us a favor, New Orleans. Don't pick that kid. Let him go to the Knicks. Let him go to the Knicks. And let the NBA do what they got to do to build the association up again. Because without the Lakers and the Knicks, the NBA is not the same. R.J. Barrett looks like he's going to come to the Knicks. I hope the Pelicans don't pick Zion so he can fall to the Knicks, which would be and Zion also reports say that he wanted to be a Knick. So you got a little dilemma there with that situation, and I'm gonna hit you guys another podcast with the Knicks need to do in the offseason to get them back to playoff contention. But I wanted to speak briefly on the disappointment of them not getting the first round pick. It was disappointing, but at the same time, I wasn't holding my hopes up. I didn't believe entirely that they would get the first pick, but it would have been nice if they got the first pick of the draft. They got Zion. So, on this note, I'm on vacation in Miami, Florida. Right now, it's raining down here. I'm going to sign off on this podcast a little short than usual, but I promise you guys once I get back to New York, I'm going to hit you with a very beautiful podcast in regards to what the Knicks should do ongoing in this offseason to build their team back to a playoff contender. It's your man Big Dom signing off. You could catch me on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and also go to my YouTube channel, True Players Podcast, and subscribe to my channel. And also, if you have any comments or complaints, or feedbacks about the podcast, definitely send me an email at trueplayerspodcast@gmail.com. It's TRUPLAYAZ@gmail.com. And once again, it's your man Big Dom signing off for this True Players Podcast, episode number 34. I'll hit you with another one. Peace.